for you healers and empaths and telepaths and clairvoyants, it can feel so overwhelming. And I just want to encourage you. This is the process that I just went through in the past 3 days. Not surprising, with this full moon energy that we have today. But I just want to encourage you to be willing to let go of your drama. We talk in the spiritual community so much about attachment. Yeah, we talk about, hey sister, so good to see you. We talk about attachment to people, right? We talk about attachment to family members and friends. We talk about attachment to money, attachment to success. We talk about attachment to parts of the ego that we assume are the higher spectrum or the more vain parts of the ego in the subconscious mind. We think that we're attached to, our beauty, or that we're attached to the way our body looks, or that we're attached to being young. We have all these attachments. But I want to talk to you specifically today about the attachments that you don't know you have. Yeah, the attachments that are to limiting beliefs that you're actually unaware that you have about yourself in the identity fabric of the subconscious mind. So what does that mean? Your identity is how you see yourself. And you and me and we all have thousands upon thousands of identities locked in and filed into the identity fabric. And we think that a lot of them are good, right? And they can be good. And they can be based in vanity and success and body image and that sort of thing. But where I want to talk to you specifically today is about those attachments that are to your drama. Yeah, those attachments that you have to being overwhelmed. Does that resonate? The attachments that you have to, I can't take on one more thing. I can't have anyone ask me to do one more thing. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated. And especially for you healers, you empaths, you telepaths, and you clairvoyants, that you're filtering and transmuting everybody's energy, there's got to be a different way. There's got to be a different way. And when you're pushed to your limits, when you're pushed to that point where you're like, I can't take anymore. I literally, no one talks to me. Shut down, shut down, shut down. When you're pushed to your limits, that's when you create your limitlessness. Because you have no limits. And because your source is limitless. Because there is no limit to the energy that you can source. There's no limit to the amount of support that you can have to sustain your everyday life, to maintain your connections. Yeah, but the problem with not releasing this attachment to the drama, the problem with staying attached to, I'm overwhelmed, I can't take anymore, like I'm an empath, I'm a healer, like I can't even help my friends, I'm hearing voices all the time, and I'm specifically talking to you, yeah, is we perpetuate that situation, and then we're actually not able to serve in the way that we want to serve, and we're not able to be functional healers and functional empaths and functional telepaths. So how are you going to serve in a way that benefits humanity as a result of your gifts if your gifts are driving you into the ground? That's a problem. So I want to encourage you today, in this moment, I'm going to guide you through a little release, to release your drama, to release your attachment to overwhelm, to release your attachment to worry, to anxiety, and to fear. Yes, there's a reason why 2 million years ago, when we first had our brains were first created, that we had an association with these things, with overwhelm, with fear, all of these. And there's a reason why we need to create boundaries in our experience. I'm not saying don't create boundaries, but we want to be in choice at all times. And if you're sitting there going like, I'm sorry, my friend, like I can't have a phone conversation, which is what I did the other day, just yesterday. And if we're sitting there going like, I really can't even take care of this person, I can't take care of this person because I can't even tune into who I am, that's a problem. And it's a perpetual problem. So we're going to release the drama now. So I want you to feel in, go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to feel into the energy of overwhelm. And I want you to create a bubble, like a golden bubble, about 6 inches in front of your third eye. Feel into the energy of overwhelm. I want you to magnetize every bit of energy that matches overwhelm. I want you to magnetize it and pull it into that bubble 6 inches in front of your third eye. Everything that feels like overwhelm. Everything that feels like I can't take a single more thing. Like I'm gonna blow, I'm gonna burst if I add one more thing to this list. And then I want you to find the attachment to that drama. I want you to find the energy of attachment to overwhelm, the energy of attachment. I want you to isolate the energy in your physical body, in the physical cells, and in the fragments in your energetic being, and pull the energy of attachment to drama into that bubble. And I want you to say, I am willing to be wrong about this. I'm willing to release all of the evidence that I'm overwhelmed and that I'm someone who is overwhelmed. I'm willing to release all of the evidence that I'm someone who can't take on one more thing, that I'm about to blow. And bring that all that drama and all the attachment into that bubble. Good. I'm willing to give up that I have to feel so deeply and so heavily in order to be a contribution to the earth and to humanity. I'm willing to give up that I have to be overwhelmed in order to have boundaries. And in order to say no. And bring all that energy into the bubble. And when you feel all the energy from all space and time, now pull all the energy from all space and time that matches that attachment to your own drama, that attachment to your overwhelm, that attachment to your I can't do one more thing or put one more thing on my plate. And just say to yourself, I'm willing to give up my drama. I'm willing to give up my drama. I give up my drama. Pull all that energy into that bubble. Good. And then ask your physical body and your auric field, your energetic field, if there is more that needs to be pulled, more attachments that need to be pulled, more feelings like I can't let go of this drama, like I'm really attached to it. Pull all that energy into the bubble. And when you feel the last little bit enter the bubble, I want you to release the bubble and see it go 1,500 feet above your head into the clouds. And then I want you to see it go past the Earth's atmosphere, out of the Earth's atmosphere. It's in space now. And I want you to see it do a beeline towards the sun. And as it gets closer to the sun, it starts to feel this natural, radiant, powerful heat energy that starts to melt it and dissolve it. And it's just being pulled directly into the sun's energy. And eventually it's going to explode into smithereens and completely dissipate and dissolve, turning into pure positive energy, the pure radiance of the sun. And when you see it explode and you feel it explode, I want you to make a verbal sound of that explosion. Now decide who you are now. I'm someone who has boundaries. I'm someone who can say no without needing to be overwhelmed and without needing to convince others of my overwhelm. I give up needing to convince others of my overwhelm, and it's okay to say no even if I'm not overwhelmed. I'm someone who has clear boundaries and that can enforce my boundaries even if I feel like if I have enough space to hold for this person, this thing, or this energy. I'm someone who can enforce my boundaries, who has permission, who gives myself permission to enforce my boundaries, even if I have enough energy to take on something else. And I know what it feels like. And so it is. Amen. You're amazing. Mwah.